Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about Stoicism mechanisms. In these videos, I'll explain how Stoicism can help us prioritize ourselves, decide when to care or not to care, and prevent others from controlling our emotions. Slide 1 Short Summary. Stoicism is a philosophical approach that emphasizes self control, rational thinking, and emotional resilience. It teaches individuals to focus only on what they can control while accepting what lies beyond their influence. In this context, Stoicism becomes a mechanism for prioritizing oneself, maintaining inner stability, and preventing external factors or other people from dominating one's emotions and decisions. By applying Stoic principles, individuals can determine when to care deeply and when to detach, creating a balanced and self directed in life. Slide 2 A reason why I chose this topic. I chose this topic because I personally believe that many people, including myself, often struggle to prioritize their own well being. I have noticed that it is easy to become emotionally affected by others' opinions or actions, which can lead to stress and confusion. Through exploring Stoicism, I want to understand how I can take better control of my thoughts and emotions. I am particularly interested in how Stoicism can help me decide when to care and when to let things go. In my opinion, this topic is relevant because it offers a practical way to build emotional independence in everyday life. Next, reading strategy. I use three strategy. It's pre-reading, while reading, post reading. 1. Pre-reading. Skim title and headings, then predict content and main ideas. While reading, highlight key concepts and definitions. Post reading. Summarize the main point, like all the main point. Next, problems in reading. While reading about Stoicism, honestly, I encountered several challenges. Like some of these concepts were abstract and required deeper thinking, especially the idea of emotional detachment without becoming indifferent. I also found it difficult to clearly distinguish between prioritizing my oneself or myself and being selfish. In addition, certain philosophical terms were unfamiliar, which slowed down my comprehension. Personally, I felt that understanding how to apply Stoicism in real life situations was more challenging than understanding the theory itself. So next, learn that I learned from the text. From this reading, I learned a lot that not everything deserves our energy or my emotional energy. Stoicism taught me that I should focus only on what I can control, such as my thoughts, actions, and responses. I realized that prioritizing myself does not mean ignoring others, but rather maintaining balance. And I also learned that it is okay to not care about things that harm my mental well being. Most importantly, I understand now that I have the power to prevent others from controlling my emotions by managing my own reactions. Next slide. Little questions. 1. What is Stoicism? Stoicism is a philosophy that emphasizes self control, rational thinking, and emotional resilience. 2. What does Stoicism teach about control? It teaches individuals to focus only on what they can control and accept what they cannot. 3. What should individuals focus on according to Stoicism? Individuals should focus on their own thoughts, actions, and reactions. 4. What is meant by emotional resilience in Stoicism? Emotional resilience is the ability to remain stable and calm despite external challenges or pressures. 5. How does Stoicism help in daily life? It helps by allowing people to prioritize themselves, avoid unnecessary stress, and prevent others from controlling their emotions. Next slide. It's inferential questions. Why is it important to distinguish between what we can and what we cannot control? Because focusing on what we can control saves mental energy and prevents unnecessary stress. 2. How can Stoicism prevent someone from being emotionally manipulated? By teaching them to manage their reactions so other people's actions or words do not dictate their feelings. 3. In what situations shall a person prioritize themselves? It's when others' demands or expectations harm their well-being or distract from their personal goals. 4. Can Stoicism lead to emotional detachment in a negative way? Why or why not? It can, if misunderstood, because detachment might turn into indifference. The key is to balance caring and self protection. 5. How can Stoicism help someone build a stronger sense of identity? By focusing on personal values and decisions rather than external opinions. A person gains clarity about who they are. So, it's closing. In short, Stoicism helps us stay in control without anyone control us, can prioritize ourselves, and remain calm in challenging situations. I hope these videos inspire us and inspire myself too to apply Stoicism in our daily lives and focus on what really matters for ourselves. That's all about Stoicism. Now let's go to the next topic. The short summary of self-growth is the process of improving one's skills, mindset, and emotional well-being over time. It involves reflecting on personal strengths and weaknesses, setting goals, and taking consistent actions to become a better version of yourself or oneself. Self growth helps us adapt to challenges, prioritize our development, and take control of our life's directions. Next slide. Reason why I chose this topic. I chose this topic because I often feel like I'm stuck in routines or stuck in the past that don't help me improve. I want to understand how I can grow emotionally, mentally, and personally. I believe that focusing on self growth helps me stay motivated, learn from my mistakes, and build a stronger sense of purpose. For me, this is a practical because life constantly challenges us, and growth is the way to face it reality and confidently. I'm using reading strategy. Pre-reading is skim title and headings. Also predict main ideas. While reading, I use highlight key points, take short notes. Then post reading, I use summarize main points. Then I reflect on personal opinion. This strategy really helps me to understand more from my personal opinion, so I can take self growth really serious. Next, it's problems in reading. I really I think some ideas were abstract, like understanding the balance between self improvement and being content. It was also tricky to decide which habits or skills to prioritize first. At times, I felt overwhelmed by all the advice and methods mentioned. Personally, applying these ideas to daily life seems harder than just reading about them. Next, it's lesson learned. From reading about self growth, I learned that improvement is gradual and personal. I realize it's okay to make mistakes sometimes, as they are part of learning. Setting small goals and reflecting on my progress helps me stay motivated. Most importantly, I understand that self growth is about taking control of my own life and focusing on what I can improve than comparing myself to others. Next, it's literal questions. 1. What is self growth? It's improving skills, mindset, and well being over time. 2. What does self growth involve? It involves reflecting, setting goals, and taking action. 3. Why is self growth is important for us? It helps adapt to challenges life. 4. What can help track growth? Reflection and small goals. Absolutely. 5. Who benefits from self growth? It's everyone. Everyone who wants to improve. Next is inferential questions. 1. Why is reflection important in self growth? Because it really helps identify strengths and weaknesses, our weaknesses. And 2. How can self growth prevent stagnation? It's by encouraging continuous learning. 3. When should one prioritize self growth? It's when your routines or habits don't support improvement. Can self growth be harmful if forced? Yes, it can cause stress if not balanced with self care. 5. How does self growth build confidence? It's by improving skills and understanding yourself better. So that's all about self growth. I hope that these videos can teach us for more confidently to improving ourselves better in the future. See you guys.